You're welcome once again to another um, impactful session. This is the Binary Options University, and we are focused on educating you guys on how to multiply your wealth and how to trade successfully. Okay, so your success story is our focal point. Okay, seeing our students succeed gives us so much joy. Okay, so I hope every one of you I started practicing all the concepts um, that we've learned so far. Okay, the support and resistance line, the pure of genes concept, the indicators, the Bollinger Band, the relative strength index, the RSI divergence, the Bollinger Band squeeze, the candlesticks. These are very, very important areas that you must master. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about fear and greed. Fear and greed. You know, this is these are two forces that control the market, and we can't have a training without discussing these forces. Because the reason why people make money from the market or lose money in the market is because fear and greed it's either partaking or influencing the trading decision or not influencing the trading decision. Okay, so it's impossible to make money in the market if these two forces are the dominant forces controlling your trading decision. Okay, so fear and greed will not allow you to trade consistently. Okay, they will not allow you to increase your money or your finances or your trading balance consistently. Okay, fear and greed will limit your capacity as a trader. Fear and greed can actually be the reason why a trading account can be wiped off in 1 minute, and it can also be the reason why a trader will remain on a level for a very long time. Okay, so if you are afraid, you can't do much, because trading is like any other investment. Trading is like any other investment. Trading is um, it takes some level of risk to trade the financial market. Okay, and um, traders are entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs are risk takers. Okay, so but in trading, you take calculated risk by employing certain strategies that are being tested and validated. You employ those strategies to take calculated risk. Okay, so fear and greed are the most dominant forces in the market. The former will limit your potential return on investment, while the latter can crash a skyscraper in 1 minute. Wow, this is so profound. Okay, so um, with fear, trading with fear um, would lead you into a state of not maximizing opportunities in a market. Okay, so if you are allowing fear to control your emotions, you would practically not trade opportunities. You will practically not trade potential um, winning um, assets. Okay, so fear would limit your ability to take advantage of opportunities that show up. Okay, so fear would limit your potential return on investment. Greed, on the other hand, can crash a skyscraper in 1 minute. This is very logical. You know, if if you are if you've made you have a target before okay, your daily target is usually 50% or 60% or 70%. Okay, and because binary options is a fixed return on investment, your target is 70% of your trading balance in a day, and then you have a target that when I hit this level, or when I achieve $100, when I actually trade and profit $100 a day, I would stop trading for that day, and I would resume the following day. Okay, so greed is that force that tells you to keep going, that you can make $1,000, even when you have a trading plan, and even when you've decided to make $100 that day. Okay, so greed is that force that tells you to keep going with a motive of making more money or making more gains from the financial market, even when you have a trading plan. Okay, so greed will lead you into making it will lead you into trading decisions that are contrary to the stated plan. It will lead you into trading positions or opportunities after you have reached your target for the day, or your daily goal, or your daily target. Okay, so greed is that force that will tell you to to trade. You have a balance of $5,000. So greed is that force that tells you, that whispers the idea of trading with your entire balance. So greed is that force that inspires you. Is that force that inspires you to trade with everything you've got in your trading account. Greed is that force, that motivates you to trade with 100% of your balance. Okay, so fear is a reaction to unforeseen circumstances and uncertainties. It is simply an unwillingness to take risk as a result of previous failures or streaks of underwhelming performances. Okay, so basically, life is a teacher, and trading will expose you to situations situations that would expand your capacity. Okay, so trading will expose you to winning positions and losing positions. Okay, so you cannot be a winner all the time. There are times when you will lose to win. There are times when you need to lose so that you can sharpen your skill. Okay, so I tell people that in life, failure is just a state of the mind. In the actual sense, most failures are just setbacks, and setbacks are feedback. Setbacks are feedbacks that teach us how not to do certain things. Okay, so in trading, it is inevitable to experience loss. Losses are inevitable. Every trader will lose, but successful traders win more than they lose. Okay, so in trading binary options, you must have that mentality, that trading mindset, that losses are inevitable, and your strategy is a way of turning the tables. Your strategy is a way of putting the odds in your favor. Your strategy is a way of reducing the risk and maximizing the profitability or the profit making potential of your trades. Okay, so a good strategy is one that produces more wins than losses. Okay, and so a very accurate strategy is one that produces significant wins. Okay, so fear is a reaction to unforeseen circumstances and uncertainties. It is simply an unwillingness to take a risk or to take risks as a result of previous failures or streaks of underwhelming performances. Okay, so every new trader will pass through or will experience streaks of underwhelming performances. A child must fall down first before he can learn to walk. You cannot, a child who is afraid of falling to the ground cannot walk or will not walk. Okay, so the process falling down is actually a process of learning how to walk. Okay, so newbies or novice traders, most novice traders or newbies or people, traders who are new to binary options, most of them quit in the first year of trading because they actually lack the right education. And that's why I'm so excited that all of you I'm so excited for all of you. I'm so excited that you guys chose this part of liberation, this part of freedom, this part of success. Because it's better to invest in your education than to invest in a broker. It's better to invest in your education than to be a Father Christmas to your broker. It's better to invest in your education than to continually lose money, okay, in the market, because without the right tools, without the right education, you're bound to fail. Okay, so being here today is a sign that you are headed for greatness and great success in the financial market. Um, Being here today is a sign that you have a plan to establish yourself as a success story. And being here today is an indication that you want to build a foundation, a trading foundation that can take you to heights, heights that unimaginable, heights that you would not have gotten to with your natural inclination um, or with your natural wisdom. Okay, so you are here today. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so what I just want to say is this: that you cannot trade um, with your hindsight or with your feelings. You cannot trade with your feelings, or you cannot trade with emotions. Trading is more logical than emotional. Okay, so fear and greed are just they are they are the result of um, very low emotional intelligence. Okay, so the more emotionally intelligent you are, the more profitable you are. Okay, so emotional intelligence would naturally grow as you devote time to training and practice, and um, as you devote more time to your education. Okay, so fear and greed are forces that are very, very common. They are very common in the market. New traders display fear and greed all the time, and fear and greed is the major cause of losses and pain, financial pain. Okay, so fear is simply an unwillingness to take risk as a result of previous failures or streaks of underwhelming performances. Okay, so it's natural for every trader to experience underwhelming performances. Underwhelming performances are strategic um, occurrences that inform you that your strategy or your plan is not working as it should. Okay, so there are no failures, there are only feedbacks. Okay, so everything that you experience, whether good or bad, should be interpreted um, as a feedback. So a feedback that should be worked upon to improve you as a trader and to position you as an authority. Okay, So the more feedbacks you receive, the better trader you will become. The more feedbacks you receive, the better you will become. Okay, so greed is also a way of reacting to real life scenarios. It can be referred to as the Oliver Twist syndrome. The act of wanting more and more, even when you have attained a predetermined goal. Okay, so a greedy trader will blow up his account. A greedy trader cannot sustain his trading strategy or momentum. A greedy trader cannot build a system that is sustainable enough to lead him to financial freedom. A greedy trader cannot remain profitable in the long run. A greedy trader will quit at the end of the day, and that's the end point. Greed is a force that is positioned in the market to lead you away from the market. Okay, so greed is a force that would impair your ability to react with good judgment. Okay, so with greed, you always want more and more and more instead of following the plan. Okay, so the goal, like I mentioned earlier, the goal is to make $50 per day, and the goal is to make $500 per day, and then you eat $500. But because you notice that the market is moving so well that day and you got so many trading positions or entries, you decided to trade more and more and more so that you could make $1,000 a day. I can assure you that the way nature is structured to balance out every creation. So you cannot make an excessive amount of something at the expense of someone else. Okay, so nature is structured to balance out the actions or the forces in it. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this. If you've made $500 and you're targeting, you had in mind that $500 is the goal for that particular day. Okay, so you made $500 for that day, and you suddenly realize that you can make more, and you're going against your plan. Okay, so the forces of nature will somehow act against you. Fatigue will play in, and so many other factors will come in, and then you will realize that all your trades will end up losing. Okay, so it's always better to be content. It's always better to follow a trading plan. If you decide at the beginning of a trading session, at the beginning of a trading day, before the market opens, you decide to make a profit of $1,000, I feel and I strongly believe that you should follow through on that plan. Okay, so never allow greed to have its way. Never allow greed to have its way. Okay, so greed is wanting more and more, even when you've attained a predetermined goal. Okay, so fear and greed are conditionings. Fear and greed are conditionings that must be broken to trade binary options successfully. Okay, so fear and greed are conditionings that must be broken to trade binary options successfully. So the reason why we decided to compile this as one of the modules is this. We realize that people fail not because they don't know how to do certain things. People fail because they are afraid of doing certain things. Okay, so your biggest fear will actually come to reality. Okay, what you fear the most is what you experience. Okay, so people fail not because they don't know what to do. People fail because they are afraid of the outcome, of they're afraid of their outcomes in life. Okay, so fear is a very, very dangerous force. Fear is a very, very limiting. It limits your capacity to produce results in life. Okay, fear and their conditionings, and every conditioning, whether positive or negative, can be broken. And that's what we call reprogramming or reconditioning. Okay, so you can actually, for you to succeed as a binary options trader, or as a CFD trader, or as 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 a stocks trader, you must break that limiting programming or conditioning. Fear and greed are conditionings that must be broken first to trade binary options successfully. Okay, so you must tackle fear and tackle greed before you can become a success in the trading industry, binary options trading industry. Okay, so fear and greed, and one way to tackle fear is to do it anyways. One way to tackle fear is to focus more on the impact of what you're doing, and than focus more on the impact, than focusing on yourself. Okay, so what I'm trying to say in essence is that you have to be more focused on what you can give into your world. You have to be more focused on what you can give to your world, and you have to be less focused on yourself. So you must be more externally focused than internally focused. Okay, so fear is a force that emanates from a feeling of unworthiness, or a feeling of not being good enough. Okay, so you're afraid of doing something because you feel you don't have the capacity to excel at that thing. You're afraid of doing something because you feel it won't be successful. So fear is a force that controls our emotions, and generates negative energy. So you need positive energy to trade binary options successfully. You need to be confident. You need to be confident that your entry will end up a winning trade. Okay, you have to be confident that you have a strategy that is perfect for you. You have to be confident about your strategy. You have to be confident about yourself. You have to be confident about your broker. You have to be confident about life. You have to be confident about how your trading will impact people around you. Okay, so the best way to destroy fear is by acting without fear. The best way to destroy fear is by doing it. by doing it, by practicing, by practicing, by practicing. The more experience you become, the better position you will be, to tackle this menace of called fear. The more experience you are, the less fear you would harbor. The more experience you become, the less afraid you will become. The more experience you become, the more confident you will become. Okay, so practicing is the solution to fear. Okay, so the more you practice, the more confident you become, and the less afraid you will become. Okay, so greed is also a force that can be defeated. Okay, so you can defeat greed by being satisfied, by being content, by sticking to your trading plan. Okay, you can defeat greed by being resolute. You can defeat greed by making a resolution that you are not going to change or switch your strategy. Okay, and then you're not going to switch your strategy until you become very proficient or very, very good at it. And even when you become very good at it, you still continue with the strategy and continue in the mastery of the strategy until you become an authority. So all you need is one strategy to excel as a binary options trader, and all you need is one strategy, and all you need is to follow a strict money management regimen or strict money management rules. Okay, so when you follow these strict money management rules, your success is guaranteed. Okay, you have a working strategy, and then you follow a strict, you adhere strictly to a money management plan. Okay, and so when you have the good strategy, the winning strategy, plus a good money management plan, success is the end point. Okay, so greed can be defeated by sticking to a trading plan, by sticking to your money management criteria or your money management plan. Okay, so greed can be defeated, by being intentional about your money management. 20%. That is what we recommend. You should never exceed 20% on a trade. Okay, 20% of your balance. Okay, fear and greed are conditionings that must be broken to trade binary options successfully. Okay, as a rule of thumb, we recommend that traders risk an amount not exceeding 20% of their balance on a trade. As a rule of thumb, we recommend that traders risk an amount not exceeding 20% of their balance on a trade. Okay, so never risk more than 20% on a trade, no matter how good looking a formation is, no matter how good a formation is. Okay, so never risk more than 20% of your trading balance on a trade. I cannot overemphasize this. Okay, so this is the major reason why people lose money. They lose money because they have no control over the money management. Okay, so 20%, do not exceed 20% on a trade. Do not exceed 20% of your balance on a trade. Okay, there are no perfect systems or strategies in life. No holy grail in trading. Okay, so there are no perfect systems or strategies in life, and you have no holy grail also in trading. Okay, so every system or strategy has a weakness. Every strategy has a weakness. But strict money management, having a strict money management plan will cover up and make up for the weakness. Okay, so and your money management plan is actually the difference between um, making a profit or making profit from the market, or losing money in the market. Okay, so you need to adhere strictly to your money management plan. Okay, so because there are no perfect systems or strategies in the trading, in the binary options niche. Okay, so there are no generally in life there are no perfect systems. The only thing that is perfect is the heaven and the earth created by God. Every other thing is subject to human difference and subject to human error. Okay, so no holy grail in trading. Never, never have that mindset that your system is 100% accurate. Never. Okay, so the hamster pattern is 90% accurate. By the way, this hamster pattern is what you guys paid for. The hamster pattern, is a strategy that you guys actually enrolled for this challenge for. The hamster pattern is the reason, is your primary objective. Is a primary reason why you enrolled for this course. Okay, so we are gradually approaching the model, the hamster pattern model, the model where you would learn how to trade binary options with the hamster pattern. Okay, and this pattern is actually 90% accurate. 90% accurate, and this implies that you could lose 1 in 10 trades if applied correctly. So if you have a system that is 90% accurate, you are a pro. Okay, so you are going to learn the hamster pattern, a strategy that took us more than 6 years to perfect. Okay, so it took us 6 years to perfect and to validate, and you are going to learn it in 10 days. Okay, so and we are so proud of this strategy, and that's why we decided to expose it to people who are um, who are who have plans to become the best traders around. Okay, so we plan to expose it to teach people this pattern, just strictly for people who plan to improve as traders, and to people who consider personal development as important. Okay, so the hamster pattern is 90% accurate. This implies that you could lose 1 in 10 trades if applied correctly. Since you cannot predict when the losing trade will occur, it is advisable to employ smart money management rules. Okay, so since you cannot predict when the losing trade will occur, it is advisable to employ smart money management rules. Okay, so I mentioned this earlier. You cannot know when the losing trade will occur. The losing trade can occur anytime, as nothing in life is perfect. Okay, so but you with this pattern, you are rest assured that you are going to win 9 out of 10 trades. Okay, but that one losing trade can occur anytime. Okay, so since you don't know when the losing trade will occur, it's advisable to employ smart money management rules. And this is the difference. This actually makes the difference. Okay? So we strongly believe that a sound mastery of the Amster pattern, coupled with strict adherence to trading and money management rules, will position you for outstanding success. Awesome. We believe in you. Keep practicing, keep winning. Okay, so in the next module, we are going to delve into um, the Amster pattern, and that's the main reason why everyone is here. And we're going to delve into the Amster pattern, and then we'll break it down into understandable materials. Okay, so I trust you guys that you would apply all the things you've learned so far, and go ahead to check up all these concepts on a chart, on a real candlestick chart, and try to identify the ranging and the trending market. Okay, and also I would like you to brainstorm on what you've learned so far, and I want you to come to the next class with great expectation, because the Amster pattern is the reason why you guys are here. So thank you very much for attending this challenge, this particular module. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.